Hey, you guys, thanks for listening into this episode of Tips with T. On today, we're going to be talking about student loans, paying them off while still saving for the future. I know this is kind of like a touchy topic due to what's going on in our economy right now, or on a federal level when it comes to student loans. This is a very, very touchy topic. Everything right now is up in the air because we're waiting for things to go through Supreme Court or whatnot about what to do about student loans. I honestly feel like things are going to go back to normal because some things that are going on is very unlawful. And then I honestly feel like there are going to be some student forgiveness because, like I said, it's just everything is just up in the air and everything. And student loan has been known to be one of the biggest debts for the American people, which I feel like is kind of absurd. But um, we're going to talk about this topic. I'm going to give y'all tips on how to um, understand, prepare, and all that other good stuff, because I really do feel like some things are going to go back to normal. I really do feel like some things are going to actually be forgiven. So we're going to talk about, different things today. So even though it's a touchy topic. So student loan debt can feel like a very heavy burden, but with the right strategies, it's possible to pay it off while saving for future goals. In this episode, we'll explore practical ways to balance debt repayment while building savings so you can secure both your present and future financial well-being. So I know a lot of you guys, if you are, currently in the student loan repayment process, a lot of you guys are not really paying anything right now because everything is like at a standstill. So this is the time you want to use to take advantage of it to start to save. Okay, I will say that. Okay, so number one, we want to understand student debt. So there's the different types of student loans, which are federal loans, which are subsidized and unsubsidized, and private loans, which have higher interest rates and less flexibility. On your loan term and repayment options, you can do the standard 10-year repayment plan, income driven repayment plans, and loan forgiveness programs. Okay, I all believe these things are going to go back together. I know the big issue that Congress was having was with the SAVE plan. So if they can get that fixed, I think everything will go back to normal. Okay. Um, the next thing we're going to talk about is creating a balanced debt repayment plan. So step one, you want to assess your loan stimulation, your loan situation. I'm sorry. List all your loans, interest rates, and minimum payments. Understand grace periods and repayment options. Step two is to prioritize high interest debt. Use the avalanche method. Pay off high interest first to save money. Consider refinancing lower interest rates. Consider refinancing for lowest interest rates, or you want to consolidate your loans. Okay, for low interest rates. That's an option too. Step three, you want to make more than a minimum payment when possible. Even small extra payments can um, significantly reduce interest over time. All right. So how can we save while paying off these loans? Because some of these loan payments can be ridiculous, but how can we save? We're going to talk about it. Um, while while we're doing this, how can we save? Why saving is important, even when you have debt. Um, you need to build financial security and prevent reliance on more debt. Create a safety net for unexpected expenses. Allows you to take advantage of compounding interest for long-term wealth building. Okay. How to save while paying off debt? Well, first thing you need to work on is creating an emergency fund. So emergency fund first, aim to at least $1,000, then build up to 3 to 6 months of expenses. Okay, I even teach my students this, right? Emergency fund is very, very important. And then you want to take advantage of employer 401k match, which is free money for retirement. And then you want to use the 50/30/20 budgeting rule, okay, which 50% is your needs, right? Your loan, your rent, your grocery. 30% is your wants. your entertainment, your dining out, and 20% is savings and debt repayment. Okay. Um, you can always manipulate this 30-20 rule. You might not need 30% for once. You might be a person that, as long as I have what I need, I'm good. Or you might want to go through a season where you will be like, I'm just gonna do 15% for my wants as far as entertainment and dining out, and I'm gonna take that other 15% and put it towards my savings. So that way you will have 35% for your savings and debt repayment. You can always play around with these percentages to make it work for you. Ways to pay off student loan debts faster while saving. You can do side hustles for extra income, like freelancing, tutoring, or gig work to put extra towards your loans. You can do windfalls and bonuses. So tax refunds, work bonuses, and gifts should be split between loans and savings. Um, Loan forgiveness programs, public service loan forgiveness, or the PSLF for qualifying careers. So, for instance, if you want to do a side hustle and the side hustle is for like a nonprofit, or you want to pick up an extra job for like a nonprofit or any type of state entity, you can use that towards your public service loan forgiveness. Okay, keep those type of things in mind too as well when you are considering different loan forgiveness programs. Okay. Again, I talked about refinancing and consolidating. So lower interest rates can save you thousands over time. All right. Some different types of loan forgiveness plans, you have to consolidate your loans, which is good. So go ahead and consolidate them if you can consolidate them. Or whenever they open it back up, the portal back up, or if you have to send in the paper form, go ahead and do those type of things now. Get everything consolidated. Okay. That way you can get low interest rates. Tools and resources for managing student loans and savings is one of them we're going to talk about is the student loan repayment tools. Okay. So there's the federal student aid loan simulator, which helps determine repayment options. And then there's the credible or SoFi, which compares through financing options. And then there's another one, Indebted, which tracks debt payoff progress. Okay, I talked about some of these apps in the previous um, Tips with T episode when we talk about financial goal setting. So you might hear a repeat. Some budgeting saving apps. I talked again about the you need a budget, right? And that's to create a balance in saving budget. Digit account automatically saves small amounts for you. Acorns round up purchases for savings and investments. And then investment and planning. So there is Vanguard, which is great for opening a Roth IRA while repaying debt. And then there's Bloom, helps optimize your 401k contributions. Okay. Um, so So I'm gonna give an example. So a recent grad who uses side hustles and budgeting to pay off 30K in student loans while saving for a home down payment. Y'all, it's possible, right? It is completely possible. Um, Student loan debt will not be the end of you. All right. I really honestly truly believe that they are going to allow people that qualify for these loan forgiveness programs, they're going to come back because if we're not careful, and I keep saying this, that's why I try to tell a lot of people now it's the time to pay off debt and save. If we're not careful, if we're continuing to move the way that we're going to continue to move in this economy, we're going to end up going into a recession, if not a Great Depression. So many economists have done say this. Um, on social media, on the news, like if we're not careful, we are going to go into a recession. And when we're going to a recession, then a lot of people are not going to be able to pay some of these things back. And then we still, I don't care what anybody say, we still fully haven't really truly bounced back from COVID because we're still like in an inflation. So um just prepare yourself now. I do honestly feel like there's going to be a lot of student loan forgiveness due to that because we just have so much stuff going on in our economy right now to where tariffs is going to start affecting people. The tariffs continue to go forth or start being implemented. It's going to be a lot of things are going to be expensive, and so this is the perfect time to save. And this is a perfect time to prepare yourself, to get yourself together, get a budgeting plan together, and also prepare yourself and set yourself up for student loan forgiveness if you can do so. Okay. Because I honestly believe that these portals and stuff are going to open back up. There are going to be some changes made, and a lot of people are going to be able to get their student loan forgiven. Okay. Just make sure you have all your documentations in place together. So some takeaways. I always give takeaways. So you want to assess your student loan situation and determine the best repayment strategy or loan forgiveness strategy for you. You want to start or grow your emergency fund, even if it's just $25 per paycheck. You want to do it. If your employer offers a 401k match, um, contribute to at least enough to get the full match. Okay, and you want to explore refinancing or forgiveness options if you qualify. I feel like I said, a lot of people are going to qualify after whatever's going to happen. I just feel like a lot of people are going to qualify for these different forgiveness programs again. I mean, I just have it in a feeling, but um, paying off student loans does not mean you have to put your financial future on hold, y'all. Okay, a balanced approach, paying down debts while saving for emergency and retirement is the key to long-term financial success. All right. So I hope that this episode was very, very helpful to you. If you know somebody who's struggling with student loan debt or is stressing out about student loan debt, encourage them to listen to this particular episode. Because like I said, there are going to be a lot of things that's going to have to go back to normal in order for our economy to stay afloat. Some things are going to have to go back to normal. Some things are going to have to put back in place, or we're going to end up in a Great Depression or a recession, right? And so a lot of things are going to have to be put in place to help the American people, because the American people keeps our economy afloat. So just keep those type of things in mind. Don't stress, don't worry, do your part. The biggest thing people need to be doing in 2025 is saving, setting financial goals, budgeting. Okay. So, again, thank you all for listening to this episode of Tips with T. If you guys need to go purchase a financial planner, feel free to do so. I have the link in the description for PayHip. You can go on that website. You can find my financial planner that I had created for um, to help my clients when it comes to budgeting and getting out of debt and paying off debt. And right now it's on sale for $5.99. So if you would like to go purchase it, feel free to purchase it. And thank you guys for listening into this episode. Like again, I said, I hope that is helpful. And I will see you on the next episode of Tips with T.